Welcome to our channel Conquer. In this video, we are going to discuss how new tax regime can help in saving taxes for both savers and spenders. Do not want to make any long-term commitments. Do not want to invest in housing properties or on tax-saving investments. You have just started your career but you still want to save tax. New tax regime can help you in saving taxes. How does new tax regime help spenders to save tax? Let's assume your income is 10 lakhs. You do not want to make any investments to claim deductions. What will be your tax liability under both regimes? After claiming a standard deduction of 50,000 in the old tax regime and 75,000 under new tax regime, the tax liability comes to 1,06,600 under old tax regime and 44,200 under new tax regime. There is a tax saving of 62,400 if you choose new tax regime, and this is because of lesser tax rates. How does new tax regime help savers to save tax? Although most of the deductions can be claimed only under old tax regime, there are a few deductions which can be claimed under new tax regime. For example, Section 80 CCD subsection 2. This is related to the contribution made by the employer to the NPS pension schemes approved by the central government. What is Section 80 CCD subsection 2? It is related to the contributions made by the employer to the NPS schemes approved by the government. The employer can contribute up to 14% of salary. For government employees, up to 14% can be claimed as deduction. For non-government employees, up to 10% can be claimed under old tax regime and 14% can be claimed under new tax regime. 60% of the total return can be withdrawn tax-free after 60. Remaining 40% should be invested in equity schemes. Pension from such schemes would be taxable. The rate of return is on average 14%. Under Tier 1, you have to invest 6,000 a year. Under Tier 2, you have to invest 2,000 a year. Let's assume your total income is 14 lakhs and your basic pay is 7 lakhs. What will be your tax liability if the contribution made by the employer is 14% of your basic pay for NPS under Section 80 CCD subsection 2? You can claim a standard deduction of 50,000 under old tax regime and 75,000 under new tax regime. You can claim a deduction of 70,000, that is up to 10% of basic pay under old tax regime, and 98,000, 14% of your basic pay under new tax regime. Your tax liability comes to 2,04,360 under old tax regime and 88,816 under new tax regime. You end up saving taxes of up to rupees 1,15,544 under new tax regime. This is because of the increase in standard deduction of 25,000, increase in the deduction in the NPS scheme of 28,000, and also the lesser tax rates. If you're a saver, you can save tax under NPS pension scheme. If you're a spender, you can save tax by lesser tax rates under new tax regime. If you have not been opting to this deduction so far, you can speak to your HR department in this regard and start saving taxes. Subscribe to our channel Conquer for further updates and mail us for any tax consultation at ayakarconquer@gmail.com. Thank you.